everybody, howdy. My name is Alana, and today I'm going to be pretending like I am on Vogue Beauty Secrets, the lovely series that they do on their YouTube channel. We're all propped up here in the bathroom, and I'm going to be taking you through my everyday, slightly extra morning skincare routine and everyday makeup routine. I've already showered and done my hair, and my skin is crying. My skin is so dry, and whenever I don't put my skincare on immediately, it turns into a big old dried up prune. So we're gonna just go ahead and fix that right now. All right, starting with skincare in the morning, I like to keep it pretty simple. Usually if I've done a workout, I'll just wash my face in the shower. But today's a little bit extra special because I wanted to show you my full routine. Like, we're talking shaving the beard, a little brightening glowy mask, and then the rest of the skincare. So it's a little bit extra today. I don't do this every day, but I do this usually on a weekly basis. When my skin needs a little extra help, I'm feeling pretty dull, I've got the bags, it's been a long week, so let's just freshen up today. Like Hannah Frankson on Peloton, freshen up, feel good. I've just realized that you know what, I'm gonna have to do a little clip-y here too, actually, because my hair is gonna get all in the sink. I don't know how people film these videos looking cute with their hair all down. So the first thing I'm gonna do is give my face a little wash. I'm gonna use my Fresh Soy Face Cleanser. This is a fresh new one. Fresh, 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 fresh. I'm actually applying the cleanser to dry skin. I'm gonna rub that in and give it a little rinse. Give my face a little pat. And then I'm actually gonna take another little layer of that. And this is going to be the kind of like shaving cream or the base for our little shaving moment. I've got quite a beard. It is a blonde-haired beard, to be fair, but this is something that I definitely need to address on a weekly basis. This is my lovely little face razor here. Oh, it's poking out. And I kind of just take that cleanser. It's still a little bit wet and damp on my face. And I just, well, I don't really have much of a process here, I guess, but I just shave down and try and get rid of as much of my beard as possible without cutting myself. Look at that, oh my God, look at it coming off, yee. But the whole shaving my face thing just kind of changed the game for me. It makes my skin feel so much more smooth. I feel like it gives an extra little boost of exfoliation. And my makeup also just applies so much better on the top. So I do this about once a week, sometimes less. It kind of depends on how much I'm filming and if I have like a shoot or something. I have scratched myself and I have accidentally shaved off my sideburns. Like, this has not been always the most seamless process, but it is very much happily a part of my weekly routine. Sorry, I keep just spreading the dampness over here. And I gotta get in real close to do my mustache. BRB. Give my face a little pat and we're all hairless and ready to rock. So this isn't something I do all of the time. This is definitely like a once a week thing, but my skin gets really congested and I've got some pretty active breakouts here. I get really stuffed blackheads and clogged pores, and I also have really dry skin, so I try and keep up with exfoliation as much as possible. There's a few that I love and use on a weekly basis. Today I'm going to use the Youth to the People Yerba Mate. And this one's really great to use in the morning because it's very quick. You leave it on for 2 to 3 minutes. It's a super, super instant working facial and just really foolproof to use. So I apply this on. I really like get it into the areas of my breakouts and kind of give it a little extra massage around my nose and this area where I'm just really, really filled with congested pores, and just kind of let it do its thing. I have really sensitive skin, so I don't usually leave it on for the full time, but if you have less sensitive skin, you can definitely leave it on for the full 2 to 3 minutes. But usually I feel it start to tingle, I feel it do its magic, and once I get the tingle, that's when I go in with a little bit of water and you kind of, what does it say? Does it say emulsify it? You just kind of rub in the water, dampen it, and then you feel like a more intense, like tingly heating feeling. All right, and once I feel like my skin has had enough, she's nice and exfoliated, I rinse this off. So now my skin feels nice and smooth and just fresh and exfoliated and shaved, and let's continue with the skincare. I've recently gotten into vitamin C. I've tried a couple different ones from SkinCeuticals, but I'm loving the Floritin CF. I take a few drops of that and just press that into my skin. Then I use this redness neutralizer, which is great. I've got really big patches of redness in my skin, in my cheeks. And if you just have dry and sensitive skin in general, this is just a really lovely cooling feeling product. It just Just feels nice. Then I'm gonna go in with my eye cream. This is the Caudalie Resveratrol Lift Eye Lifting Balm. I had a lovely experience with Caudalie in Bordeaux, France once. They very, very kindly took us to the Caudalie spa there, spa and hotel, and it's an absolutely divine experience. And I had a facial, and she used this eye lifting balm on my eyes and said to use it on the contours of the mouth and also here on the earlobes to help with aging in these areas. And she said that these areas are often neglected, and you can put a little bit of your eye balm there to help in the aging process. I was like, sold, say no more, done. Then it's time for face cream. I use a lot of face creams. There's a lot of face creams that I've loved over the years. I switch it up for day and night, but SkinCeuticals Triple Lipid Restore, baby. This is where my allegiance lies for sure. I just use this lovely little spatula and spread it around. I am trying to petition for SkinCeuticals to come out with a larger tub of this because it's very expensive and I use it up way too fast. But it's so good. It's so thick and creamy. If you have dry skin, this is like heaven sent. Next, I like to go in with my face oil. This is the Kypris Beauty Elixir oil. This is such a glorious product. I take just a few little drops of that, and I kind of rub it between my fingers, and I press this into my skin as a final step, kind of locking in all that moisture. And it feels so nice. It smells so good. So next up, I'm actually gonna take this Saint Tropez Purity Vitamins Face Tan. And it says it's a serum. So I don't know if technically you should put this on like before anything else, but I just put it on top of my main skincare here. And I like to do this when I'm in the middle of a week. Like I like to do like a good old big fake tan on the weekends on my whole body, and then I kind of touch up my face and neck area with this throughout the week just to keep up with a little glow. So I try and like spread this out on my neck and make sure to get behind the ears there, because on my face and my neck is where my fake tan fades the quickest. Don't forget the ears. And then finally, as if we couldn't put any more products on our face, I finish off with sunscreen. And there's a few sunscreens I love. Usually if I'm applying makeup, I'll go in with the Supergoop Glow Screen, but I recently, like last week, picked up the Elta MD Tinted sunscreen, and I've been testing this out and seeing how it goes. That was way too much. But so many people rave about this, and I've just been so curious, so I've been testing it out. So far, so good. It's always nice finding sunscreens that work for sensitive skin. Oh my goodness, I almost forgot about the lip balm. Who am I? Definitely need to put lip balm on before we go in with makeup. Make sure the lips are nice and hydrated by the time we're done. And now that the skin's all nice and prepped and smooth, it's time for makeup. I have this beautiful bag here that I got from my dear friend Ellie, and it's from her brand Ellie May Studios. So normally with my everyday makeup, I am layering like multiple primers on, and I feel like we've done a really nice number with skin prep here, and I'm feeling nice and hydrated and plump. So I'm actually just gonna use a pore primer. This is the e.l.f. Putty Primer. And I'm just gonna press this right into this area of my pores of my face where my pores are very porous. This was one I recently tried and I really liked it. And it kind of just helps to smooth out that area. So I think that's all I'm gonna do here. Then I'm using the Becca Light Shifter Dewing Tint. I love a very, very light base for my everyday makeup. Something like a tinted moisturizer, something really hydrated and dewy. So the Dewing Tint is truly a perfectly named product for that. So I'm just gonna lightly press this in with my fingers, and then I'm gonna take my beauty blender and just kind of dot that all around and do a nice lovely little layer all over the skin. And this one's got quite a shine to it as well. It leaves the most beautiful glow. Next I'm gonna go in with concealer. This is the Makeup Forever Cell Setting Concealer. I love this so much. I use it in 2 shades. I have one shade that's lighter. This one I use under the eyes and kind of like around, how do I say this? Like under the eye, but I lift it towards the brow bone to kind of help brighten up the area, down the center of the nose, and then on this whole center patch of zits here. We're gonna nicely cover up. On the chin, smile lines, everywhere where I need a little extra help with coverage. And then I use the deeper shade. This is 31.5, and I'll use this just here. I get lots of redness on my cheeks, and I definitely want to address that. I have big red patches here on my cheeks And then just anywhere else where I have a little bit more of a breakout and where I need some extra help with coverage. And then I use that to blend out all of the makeup, and this will just help to make the makeup look so extra juicy and seamless and more natural. It removes any of like the excess product, and it's just a really lovely way to blend out all of your makeup. And then once I'm done blending it all out, I just take the excess product that's on the sponge and I go over top of my eyes to just put a nice little light layer of any excess concealer there, and it kind of helps to diminish any of those lines and discoloration that's on my lids. So then I'm gonna do my brows. I'm taking the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Freeze and using this to really slick up the brows. Take a little spoolie and stick it up. I like a really nice slicked feathery brow. And then I take my finger after and just smooth that down. And then we're gonna fill in the brows. This is the NYX brow tint pen. I'm gonna go through and try and create as close to natural looking hairs as I possibly can. So now that the brows are nice and feathery, it's time to contour. I'm taking the Huda Beauty Tantour. And I like to use this one with a brush. And I just give my face a little kissy motion and pat a little bit. This is a very, very pigmented product, so I kind of just go between the two sides of my face and really chisel out that cheekbone. And if I still, like the tiniest bit you need of this, if I still have leftover on the brush, which I do, I just take that right onto the jawline and just follow along and chisel that out. And then I'll continue buffing this in. I press it in and I drag the product up. So I kind of carve out my whole cheekbone and then press the product up. And you can go in between the brush and your beauty blender and just make sure that you have no harsh lines. I'm gonna take a little bit onto my forehead, just kind of along my hairline. And then I'll use a smaller brush and take a little bit of that down the the side center of my nose, and just pat the beauty blender on top. Boop. Okay, then a nice lovely little shimmery bronzer. This is a Lila B Bronzing Duo. And it's got a lovely shimmery finish, and I'm just gonna press that on top of where we placed the contour to add an extra layer of warmth and glow. And then I'm gonna take that same bronzer and just use that as eyeshadow and place this into the crease and just dust it all over the eyelid. And then on my lower lash line as well. For blush, I'm going to use the Vive Pascal blush. It's such a beautiful, warm peach. And I'm just going to dust that right along the cheeks, kind of blending it up to where we placed the contour and the bronzer. And then just a little bit across the nose too. For highlight, I'm going to take some Nude Sticks Bubbly Bebe. And I'm just going to pat that right along the tops of the cheekbones, just for a lovely finish of glow. Now I'm gonna put a little bit more depth on my lash line. I like to do this every day. There's a ton of products I use and love, but today I'm gonna use the Vive Eye Wands, and this one's in the shade Hazelnut. This one's a lovely like mid-tone brown, and I just press that along my lash line and take a small brush and just blend it out. Just like pushing it into my lashes. And then I'll kind of just drag it out. I'm not like creating a flick or a line or anything. I'm just kind of like diffusing it into the bronzer that we put onto the eye. This is just my favorite thing to do when I want a really quick everyday makeup. Deepens up the lashes. It's not as harsh as a black, and it just still continues like the nice warmth that we've put all over the face onto the eyes. If I do want to add a little bit more depth, I can take the MAC Brush Brown. I love this liner. It's a little bit deeper, and I can just push that right onto the lashes and do like the littlest mini flick. Okay, then mascara. This is my Bite Beauty Upswing Mascara. I love this. It has so much volume, and I love a lot of volume in my lashes. Now for lips, I kind of want to match the warm peachy glow that we've got going on. So I'm going to take my MAC Strip Down Lip Pencil I'm never without lip liner, ever, no matter what. If I'm wearing makeup, lip liner is on my lips. I just like to give my lips shape, and I love this shade. It's one of my favorites ever from MAC. And if you wanted to shop this pencil along with my other MAC favorites, my MAC X Eyelinor kit has this, plus so many more of my favorite products. And I kind of just push the pencil into my lips. And then I'm gonna go for a lovely little peachy orangey gloss. This is the Tower 28 Fire Lip Gloss. Love this one so much. And just putting that on top of the liner. And then I think the shade in this gloss just so nicely goes with the peach in the Vive Pesca blush. I always like to do a little bit of matching with my lip and my cheeks. I think it just helps tie everything together so nicely. Then I'm gonna go back with my MAC Fix Plus and just give my face a final spritz. Take my fragrance. I'm loving the Jo Malone Nashi Blossom. Let me just spritz this on my neck and my wrists and boop. And then we'll take the hair out. That's the look. And that is everything for my morning skincare and everyday beauty routine. I had so much fun recreating a Vogue Beauty Secrets video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see a nighttime version, please let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much as always for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow for a new video. Bye!